What's up, everybody? Thank you for hanging out. Another episode of Willie Barcena's Drop-In, man. I'm really excited today because, okay, man, I love having certain comedians, you know, and certain comedians really love having. Because I've been in this business so long, man, that some of these cats were beyond comedy friends. It was friends. And the gentleman I'm about to introduce you to, I've known him since before my oldest boy was born. We go way back. It's my homie, Mr. Dannon Green. What's up,
What's
bro?
going on, Mr. Willie Barcena? What's up, brother? Thank you for having me, man.
You know, thank you for being here, bro.
Always.
Okay, I gotta tell you people how me and Dannon know each other.
Okay.
We know each other from back in the day, man. I'm
92.
talking 92. You got there in 92?
92.
So who got the, okay, the club was called the Comedy Act Theater
Right.
on Crenshaw. And, okay, you know how they used to divide into the first show and then second show.
Right.
Remember that?
The amateur show and then the guys that were considered pro.
Okay. I got moved up to the pros.
Yes, you did.
Okay, was I in the pros before you?
Yeah, you was in the pros before me. Yeah, you got drafted before
I
me.
got drafted. But bro, the cats that we came up with, Faison Love, hold on, Pierre, Chris Tucker, DL Hughley.
DL's a little bit before me, but DL was
DL used to host.
Yeah, he used to be the host.
He was back then.
Yeah.
Man, Anthony, man, he played the bum and was it AJ Johnson.
Yeah.
He used to talk a lot of shit, man.
Yeah.
Rest in peace,
Rest
right?
in peace, AJ. Yeah.
And then Angela Means.
Yeah.
Yvette Wilson. Rest in
Rest
peace.
in peace, Yvette. Yeah.
Oh man, who
I mean, literally.
Oh, Guy Torrey.
Guy
Yep. Torrey.
Any black comic that you might know today.
That was worth the fuck.
That's worth the fuck came through there.
Because the club was mean. Hey, bro, come on. Who was one of the only non-blacks that could work that room, bro?
Honest John.
Oh, you.
No.
That's true. That's true.
That's true.
I forgot about it. There was a white guy.
Yeah.
There was a white guy and me.
Yeah, I know. I'm messing
That was
with
good
you.
though, bro.
Yeah. But Willie, you was man, you were a solid comic.
No, bro, that
solid.
room. Listen, you know how the way I ended up working at the Comedy Act Theater, bro, back in the early '90s. Was because the Hollywood clubs wouldn't take me, man.
Yeah.
And then they would make, I remember the Comedy Store and all that, they'd make me wait for like hours, bro. Hours.
They did that to
and then sometimes you wait 6 hours and then you don't go up.
Yeah.
And then you work, and then, or they give you 2 or 3 minutes, you know. It was just, I don't know, man. And then I just said, I remember somebody said, Willie, you should go to the Comedy Act Theater. And that's why I met Michael Williams, Michael and Sharon Williams. Yeah. Brother and sister.
Yeah.
Michael and Sharon.
It's crazy how I met them. Well, met Mike. You know how I got down there.
Because you came from Philly.
But I came from Ohio. Remember, I was in school. I started my comedy in
But wait a
Columbus,
minute.
Ohio.
I thought you.
I'm from Philadelphia.
From Philadelphia.
Yeah, but I went to college. I moved out here from college.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I went to Ohio State. I was in graduate school.
All right.
And so when I moved out here, in '92, I was dating this chick back in Ohio, and she came out here for some business. So we're at a restaurant up off of Wilshire, and we was with some people that were pretty big in entertainment, heavy.
Right.
And they go, "What do you want to do?" I said, "Well, I have my degree in this, but I'm also interested in doing stand up."
Right.
And she goes, "Well, you see the guy behind you?" So I kind of looked. She said, "He owns the only black comedy club in the country, and it was Michael Williams."
Oh,
man. You couldn't write the script. You know what I mean?
Wow, bro. And Michael was a gentleman.
Yeah, he was cool.
Michael is class act,
man.
Yeah.
So I walked up to him and I said, "Hey, I'd be interested. I'm new in town." And then he was like, "Okay, yeah, come on down." And he took a liking to me. So when you and I met, and this is when we talk about the difference in the comedy hour, I was hosting the amateur part. I used to host the MC of the amateur part, and then they would do the pro part.
Yeah.
So that's how I got to
They
know
had AAA and then they had the pros.
Yeah. So, but that's how I got to meet a lot of the comics. And got to know a lot of you guys, and then you and I, we became friends like that.
We became friends, and man, there's a thing I love about you, bro, because you got me good. This is before I even met your mom, Fabian. All right, this is before any of this. I had a little apartment in Silver Lake, and then Dannon, he was in. I don't know, in between apartments.
No.
I thought you were in between apartments.
No, let me tell the story because.
Okay, let me tell you.
No, let me tell you why.
Oh,
because it gets you. No, because
okay, go ahead.
It gives you love. It lets people know what kind of person you are. So Willie and I were friends. We used to roll, right? We started doing shows around town from the Comedy Act. So I had a roommate that I was ready to fight with him. Like big boy, Ricky Beecham, remember?
Yeah.
Like Sir Nose, remember? He was like 6'4" or something. So me and this dude was arguing all the time. So one time I stopped by Willie's house and I was like, man, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. You know what I mean? I was just tired of him. So Willie was, Willie, I have to give it to you. You said, bro, you can't be creative in that kind of environment. I'll never forget it. You said you can't be creative in that kind of environment. I said, yeah, I know. He said, man, and I was working for FedEx. And I said, well, look, man. He said, well, why don't you come and stay with me? I said, well, look, it was like maybe October. I don't know when it was, but it was before tax season. And I said, well, look, let me stay with you until I get my income taxes, and then I'll take that and get me an apartment. So that's how I moved in with you. So,
Okay. Well, here's where I said Dannon smooth, because Dannon goes, I tell him, all right, bro, come on in. And he goes, you know what, Willie, all I need is 2 weeks to get it together, man. 2 weeks, I'm gonna find another place, and I'm solid, man. All love, bro. I said, all love, Dannon. But 2 weeks turned into like 6 months. I couldn't get rid of this motherfucker, you know? But my favorite story, bro, because we got along, bro. All right?
No,
we got along. We got along.
We didn't have one argument,
not one
fight. Even when you kicked me
out.
One.
We had one argument. Okay, here it is, bro.
Oh.
Here it is. Because, we're younger than you, bro.
Yeah.
We're younger than you, Fabian. So money was tight for us. Because you make, I remember if I made $200 on the week, I was making money, bro.
Yeah.
All right. So that money had to go to rent, had to go to paying the light bills, the utilities, and you had to eat. So I learned how to make rice and beans, and then if you have a big treat, you get to go like to McDonald's or Kentucky Fried Chicken. Kentucky Fried Chicken. And I remember this one time, I was like, oh man, I bought the three piece, right? And I remember I wasn't that hungry, but I said, oh man, I'm gonna have this tomorrow. So I left 2 pieces, and I left I think some coleslaw, and I just left it there. It was only him and I. I come home the next day. I don't know what I was doing, man. I had some shitty job, right? I come home hungry, open up the fridge. I see the box is right there. But I see the box, and on top of the box is $5. and I was like, the fuck?
Hey, that's a gentleman right there.
Hey, I love money, man.
Hey, I'm not saying Dan deserves a pass on that one.
But you can't be no chicken with no
All right, well, that's why it's one of those things where you're mad, but you can't get real mad, you know?
Hey,
so,
it's kind of funny, too.
So,
Faye, you can't leave no chicken in that black man in the house.
Hey, you're asking for it, bro.
So
it felt like it was a test. Then I failed. You know what I mean? Like, let's see if he eats the chicken. Like, shit, that motherfucking chicken was gone.
So I get the money, and the box is light. You know how you feel the box? I open it up, it's empty, man. And no note or nothing, just $5 on top of the chicken. And then later on when he came home, I said, bro, you ate my chicken, man. He goes, did you get the money?
Got the money.
But anyways, bro, we know each other from back in the day. We used to back each other up with gigs. You know, you find a $30 spot. You tell me, I find a $30 spot. Hey, come on, let's do some stand up.
I mean, I would say this, Willie, man. You were truly solid because you was a hothead back then. So a lot of people didn't like to deal with you, but I dealt with you. You know what I mean?
I know, bro.
Because I knew how to deal with you, man.
Why is that, man?
Because I ain't take the shit. I mean, I knew. Look, you were the kind of guy, and you still like that. You just didn't take no shit.
No, you know.
Because by the time we was playing basketball, we was going to get into it with them dudes.
Well, and I don't remember that. We used to play basketball together.
Remember we used to play ball out there in Silver Lake.
So what happened,
and some
bro?
dudes was talking trash, man. we was about to get into it. I was like, oh shit. It was twice but you came twice. Once we was ready to get into it with them, and then once you saved me. Remember we was at EQ's, TQ's, whatever the club. And I was on stage, and I was tearing these cholos up.
Because you came from Philly, Ohio area, and he didn't understand, and he comes from the Comedy Act Theater. Comedy Act Theater, if someone roasts you, you gotta bury them, right? That's just how it goes. That's just the rules. Because if the audience gets on you, then you look like a weak comic, like you shouldn't be there. But I took him to this club in East LA. And there was these cholos, a table of cholos, and they said something to him.
Is that the club that you were ran? Okay.
Yeah. So he was roasting these dudes, but I could see the whole room was laughing except for that one table.
Yeah, the motherfuckers wasn't
and they
having
took it serious, man. I could tell, Oh, bro, they were like super. And so I went up there and diffused.
No, you diffused. But what happened was, if you remember. You had to walk me to my car.
You got a good fucking memory.
I'm an elephant, man.
Yeah, bro. So
and what happened? If you remember, they sideswiped the car. Remember, they tried to sideswipe the cars.
So what happened? Give me the story.
You walked me to my car, and it was 3 cars on the street, and I don't think they hit your car, but they tried to sideswipe the car.
Like, what do you mean sideswipe?
Like hit them.
Drove by the car and sideswiped them.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
They were all drunk.
Yeah, they was mad as shit.
Drunk cholos. And they were mad because this dude just fucking burned them, man. He just fucking killed them.
Hey, I didn't know I wasn't supposed to do that in that neighborhood.
Yeah. No, but see, at the time, comedy in East LA, it wasn't a part of our culture, bro. It really wasn't.
And you definitely didn't have any black guys over there. I was one of the few. I used to do a lot of shows over TQ's and then the other spot near Montebello.
No, listen, bro. I had my incidents where they would like wait for me outside, and I had an hey man, it was just jokes, Holmes. You know what I mean? But no, that anyway. That's how we got along.
Yeah.
We've always helped each other out, and as far as you say. That bad temper, man, or that surliness that I had, man, I wish
I didn't look at it.
No, but honestly, bro, I wish I could go back in time and tell myself, hey, man, learn how to talk to people, learn how to express yourself when you're upset, because I was always picked on. When you get picked on your whole life, as you get older, you react. And even with my sons, man, they. Especially, all of them had said something, but the one that stood out, I think you and Camilo come in a close first, second, bro. Because they checked me, bro.
Okay.
Well, I'm the middle. Camilo's he's the youngest, right? 7 years older. And my older brother, he got it the worst. You know what I mean? So like he's not gonna say shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was crazier with him.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like the most free kid was my little brother. Because he got it the least. You know what I mean?
Because the last one gets by the time you had the last one, like, I ain't gonna fuck up with this one. You know what I mean? But I'll say this, man. In terms of relationship wise, friendship wise, you've always been cool. And I remember when Willie met your mom. I was living with him. I was living with him when he met him. And he came home, and Willie used to always have chicks and shit. And he was like, bro, man, I'm trying to sleep. I'm sleeping on the futon and shit. So, I'm trying to find a way to get comfortable. And he's like, bro. So what? I met this girl, man. I'm like, yeah, Willie, you met another one. Good. I'm happy for you. And he was like, no, man, I really like it, man. She's really nice. And then we one day we were at the house, at the apartment, and you brought her by.
Yeah.
And I said, man, Willie.
Your mom was only 20 at the time, bro.
Yeah. And I told him, I said, man, yo, she's a good, she's a good girl. She's a good one. So, it's good, not that I'm part of the family, but I've known. I feel like I know.
I helped make that happen.
Yeah. Just give him a shot.
No, bro. But, listen, I was strict with these guys. And you come from Philly, bro.
Yeah.
I grew up in LA. I've had friends, relatives die, man.
Yeah.
And the reason, and it's gonna sound like a broken record to him, but the reason I was so strict with these guys, I was afraid, bro, because we're on the road,
Yeah.
We were on the road, and we can't parent.
You can't parent from
when you're from 3 states away.
Yeah.
So I always thought my philosophy was to be a strict guy so they could be afraid, and if I was a wise man, if I was smarter, man, I would have known that being more loving would have been the way. But hey, listen,
I mean, you know, the thing is, your other half was smarter.
Wow.
So I mean,
that's what I tell people all the time. I tell people all the time, you're gonna have kids, have kids with somebody who's smart, right? Because you both can't be stupid, man. Because then your kid ain't got a chance.
Yeah.
You know. Mm-hmm. But you, bro. Speaking of which, man, listen. You put me out there, but you're always a ladies' man, bro. I
was always on the.
No, you always smooth, bro.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You know, in the comedy game, you have a lot of people that dudes like to brag about having chicks. You know what I mean? And especially the black dudes, black comics. You know, they have a different girl with them every week. You know what I'm saying? And
at the club, I remember that, bro. At the club,
and that's a bad look. That's a bad look, man, because people, you know, the comedy game, you know, it's just like it's a fraternity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And your audience really is a fraternity because people follow you and they watch you. So you don't want to have the image like, oh yeah, he got another broad. So what I would do if I met a chick, I would bring her to the club my first couple of shows,
right,
just so she can know this is what I do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This, I'm going to get people that's going to want to take pictures. Don't get jealous. Don't do all that. And then I would tell them, but you're not going to be invited to every show. This way they don't, you know what I mean? Because then if they don't come, you ain't bringing this show. You got the bitch there? Nah, I ain't got no bitch there, girl. Just you ain't get invited to the show. So, but I always kept a couple nice ones, and it just, you know, it worked out. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah,
bro. But I know that you know you were smooth about it, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna ask you about something.
Yeah.
And I want to know because back in the early '90s, man, there was. Because you got along with everybody, bro. I mean, everybody that knows Dannon loves Dannon. I mean, I'm not trying to kiss your ass because you're here. It is what it is. He's just one of them brothers, man. This is very, very just, your vibes are always cool. But the crazy part, bro, is that you and Chris Tucker had like this thing because you both, and okay, correct me if I'm wrong, because I never got
I didn't know you knew about that story.
I know, motherfucker, but I never got into people.
Been researching.
No, but I didn't want to get into your business at the time. I didn't want to put it, but I could hear it. You know, we're talking about the early mid-90s.
Yeah.
We're talking mid-90s now. Maybe 94, 95, and more 94. And then you had said something like, man, he's tripping on me. Or you said something like that. But did Chris? Okay, correct me. I think one of the things was because you both on stage have like a high pitched delivery, right?
I would when I get excited, you know, because when I talk, so Chris's voice is high, period. You know, but when I get excited on certain points of parts of the show,
but no, it's not always high. Because I used to pick up Chris Tucker back in the day too. All right, I played basketball with them a couple of times in Silver Lake. And but when he's you know, it was a voice that he knew how to turn on.
Right.
You know?
So I'll tell you the story. So the story is this, that, you know, when I would do certain jokes or talk on stage, you know, my voice would go high. Yeah. So what happened was this is just the whole thing how it happened. One day I got off the stage at the Comedy Act, and D. Militant, God rest his soul.
Oh man, rest in peace. D, Jesus.
So when I got
some
off
of
the
these
stage,
cats that we grew up with.
Yeah. So when I got off the stage, I walked to the back of the Comedy Act, and D was there, and Chris was there, and another guy. Okay. So D. Militant said, "Oh man, that's a funny." And we cleared it up, but at the time he's like, "Yo, that's a funny joke, man. Doing Chris's shit." That's what he said.
Oh.
So I was like,
and
it wasn't Chris's material at all, you know.
Right.
So I said, "Chris, you think I'm doing your stuff, man?" And Chris was like, "Man, just do your own stuff, man." So I was like, "All right." So then I was really conscious. So I went to true story. I went to Pierre.
Okay.
And I said, Pierre, do you think I'm sound like, you know, jumping Chris Tucker? He's like, no. And you know, because it bothered me.
No, they are. Any
comment. Plus Chris was coming up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I went to Maestro Clark. Because him and Maestro were roommates.
The roommates.
Right. So then Maestro was like, nah, Dan, you're not trying to be like Chris. I said, all right. So I kept doing it. So kept doing doing my show. So then what happened was I found myself on stage trying to talk low. Like, yeah, so anyway, y'all. Like, not being myself.
Right.
So what happened was then, I went to, we were cool. At least I thought we were cool. So we was in New York.
What show was this?
I was in New York getting ready to do the Apollo Comedy Hour.
Okay.
And he was in New York shooting.
I did the Apollo Comedy Hour.
Yeah. You remember that show?
Yeah, bro.
And he was in New York shooting Dead Presidents. Right? So this was like on some mafia shit, man. Like,
it's a really good movie, by the way.
Yeah,
if you watch Dead Presidents.
Yeah, for anybody that didn't see it, you young people, go check out Dead Presidents. So
what happened?
So we go into this club. It was the Shark Bar, the one that Puffy used to own back in the day in New York.
Was it in Harlem?
No, it was I think it was in Uptown or somewhere like that. It was.
That's because I used to go to a club. I forget the name of it. This is back in the day, man.
This was
in
a
Harlem.
restaurant though. It was like a restaurant. So we walk in. I walk in with my man from Jersey. So I was rolling with a dude.
Mm-hmm.
So we go in there, and Chris Tucker and the dude that played in the movie, they were in there. So I was like, hey, what's up, Chris? He's like, yo, what's up, Dad? What's up, man? We cool. He said, man, I'm about to eat. So it was like on some mafia shit. So the owners took us to like the back of the restaurant. You know what I mean? Like nobody was back there but us. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And we have a dinner and I'm thinking everything good. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So then when I get back to LA.
Wait a minute. But you had a sit down basically. You and
and
you guys know each other from LA from the comedy.
Yeah.
So he didn't bring it up at all?
No, neither did I. Because I'm thinking like we good.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
But when we got back to LA, I saw Chris. I said, yo, what's up, Chris? And he played me like he didn't want to talk to me.
Oh.
So after twice, I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah.
You know, that's how you're going to be. That's how you're going to be. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I didn't fuck with him no more. And then it was at the Kings of Comedy tour when Guy was hosting.
Yeah.
We was at the amphitheater, University Amphitheater. So he was backstage. So we kind of crossed each other and we stopped. And then somehow we got a chance to talk. And then we cleared it up.
What did you say? How did that? I mean,
Willie, it's so weird. I don't really know how we cleared it up, but it was something that didn't even have to happen because people know my material is way different than Chris Tucker's material.
No,
you know what I mean? And my style is altogether different. But I just got to. What happened with me was I said, fuck it, I got to be who I am.
Yeah.
So I didn't care no more on stage.
Okay.
And I'm telling the young comic, don't never steal nobody's material. But if whoever you are, be who you are on stage, because once you alter your style, you're not being who you are as a comedian.
Right.
And then somehow we cleaned it up, and we've been cool ever since.
Well, I'm glad, bro. Because
I didn't know you knew about this story.
No, you were always cool with me. Chris was always cool with me.
Yeah.
And as you know, and for the young comedians out there, man, which listen, if the universe has something for you, like if the universe wants you to be huge, it's the universe is going to give it to you. And by universe, man, we could fill in the blank, say God. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, to young comedians out there, man, and young comedians always hit me up for advice.
Yeah.
Write your own material, man. Even if you get some success, with stealing material. You're not gonna enjoy it, man, as much as if it just came from you.
It always, man, Willie, man. I tell I've always one thing about me, and I think you know this because I've done shows with you.
Oh.
I don't watch comedy.
Yeah.
Anytime we've done shows together, like recently.
Yeah.
And even Fade would tell you, I'm always in the back. You know what I mean?
Dude, your opening line. Okay, I gotta tell my people something. So I did a show, I think 7-8 months ago, and. Your opening line, just from there, you had the room, bro. It was like I did a room, it was 500, 400. You missed that show. Your brother was there. Willie was there.
Steven Steakhouse.
Yeah. I don't know. The room was packed, right, bro?
Oh man,
the room was packed. It was like, man. It was Chicanos wall to wall. And I hate when I say Chicanos because LA is diverse with Latinos. We know we're Guatemala, El Salvador, all love, man. Everybody there, but us English speaking, right?
I got you.
So his opening line, he gets on stage, man. Do you remember your opening line, bro?
What was it?
You said, "Man, fuck Willie." He told me there's gonna be a lot of black people here.
I said, fuck Willie. There's gonna be only black people here. It's only me. And then it was one brother. I said,
it was one brother.
I said, brother, how they get you? And then the crowd just went crazy. Yeah.
But after that, he had him, man.
Yeah.
You had him, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, man, listen, I want to get your take on this, man. Yeah. They just, attempted to shoot the president.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is.
What's that?
Former president. Yes. Yeah. You're right. Okay, tell me if you see this, man, because I watch social media.
Okay.
And man, if I'm wrong, bro, let me know. But as I'm reading comments, all these comments that come up, 90% of the comments that I see from black people say it was staged, bro. Have you seen that?
Yeah,
Have you seen that there's kind of a theme on that?
Yeah.
If I'm wrong, tell me, bro, because that's what I see, bro. Because there could be a black person saying like, man, Willie, that's not how it is.
No. A lot of people did. First of all, even when I do shows and stuff like that in terms of podcasts, I really don't talk. There's two things I don't talk. It's really politics and religion.
Wow.
And I'm gonna answer your question.
This is the wrong show, motherfucker.
No. Let me explain to you why though. What I'm saying, because it never ends the right way. You know what I mean? Because when you talk religion, if you don't know someone's religion or their beliefs,
but you have your point of view.
But I'm going to give you my point of view. But I'm saying this. In terms of that, look, man, someone lost their life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
And I'm not saying
a fireman got killed.
Got his head blown off. You know what I'm saying? Literally.
Yeah, bro.
And so whether people say it's staged or not, man, someone died. My whole thing has always been this, man. You ain't got to, no matter who you like or don't like, man, it when it gets to the violence part, it's ridiculous, man. You know what I'm saying? Because one way or another, you're going to have somebody in there. You're going to have someone in the White House that you like, and you're going to have someone that you don't like. It's period of that, bro.
Do you think it was staged, bro?
No, I don't believe it was staged.
I don't think
I believe that the Secret Service dropped the ball.
They did.
You know what I mean?
I think either they're really incompetent or
inside job.
Or it's inside job.
Yeah, man.
Have you seen the ladder that was there? So first of all, there's only like what 3 rooftops in the whole thing,
right?
And there's a picture of a ladder that apparently that shooter he put there the day before and just left it there. And look, check it out. You see it? Right here.
Wow.
That's in the back. You just left the ladder there and you telling me no one's gonna walk
behind
the building and check it out?
There's a lot of fucking suspicion. And then when they break down John F. Kennedy's murder, when he got killed, the way they break it down, there had to be an inside job for all those things to go wrong for that to be executed.
I mean, look, man, you can't get in the motherfucking Super Bowl without, you know what I mean? Certain things like events you can't even get close to. And here you got the president or former president speaking. And
well, wait a minute. But I have to stand. I gotta correct you on this one, bro.
Go ahead.
The World Cup, they had Argentina against Colombians, and Colombians, I love you, man. By the way, Colombians, don't give me no shit because my son, my middle kid, Fabian, is named after one of my best friends growing up from Colombia.
Okay.
So he's named after a Colombian. But the Colombians, man, they stormed the World Cup.
Fight.
No, they stormed the World Cup, the soccer World
Recently,
Cup.
right?
Yeah, this is over the weekend, bro.
Where was it at? It was
in Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they it looked horrible. It looked like it looked like a third world country, man. The way they got in.
You know what?
So it's funny you say that you can't get in a Super Bowl, but you should have seen what they did at this World Cup.
You know what's crazy about stuff like that with the World Cup, and this is worldwide. What I'm about to say is, in America, if you have a fight in the stands at a Dodger game or an NBA game, it's on ESPN and it's ran like, these are the worst people in the world. It could just be 2 people fighting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you had World Cup. You got people from 25,000 people fighting.
No, bro. Listen, man, and listen. There's good Colombians and there's bad Colombians, man. Yeah. And I feel that the majority of the bad Colombians decided to go to this event because Colombians are not known for acting like that.
Wow.
They're known they're for being respectful, bro.
Right.
They're known, so I think security thought, it's Colombia and Argentina. And Argentines, come on, but they think they're Europeans, So
So
they weren't gonna they were like, yeah, Colombia, Argentina.
Well, did they lose the game?
They lost. No, but this was before the game, bro.
No, but I said, why did they?
They lost the game, but this is before.
Well, they wanted to have a pre-fight. They knew it was going to lose. Like, fuck it, might as well whoop some ass.
But hey, man, all love to Argentina for winning. You know, I'm not. You know, you guys, you're Latinos. All right, stop thinking you're Europeans. But going back to the president, bro. You know, I see a bunch of clips of the Secret Service, man, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this, bro.
Right.
But if I was the president, I would just have buff dudes. I don't give a fuck. Black, white, brown, I don't give a but dudes backing me up, bro. Did you see the chicks they had backing them up?
Yeah, no. So they made it.
You seen them?
I saw something.
Bunch of fat white chicks, bro.
Hey, so
the fuck?
The director of the Secret
She's a
Service,
fat white chick.
She's just old white chick, but
yeah.
And she hired her friends, a bunch of fat white chicks.
Yeah, she was saying, she's like, yeah, we're trying to incorporate 30% more female Secret Service agents to give everybody a fair chance at this job. Like
this ain't a fair chance job,
no,
bro.
it ain't a fair.
This ain't a job.
Thank
where
you,
you
bro.
have fair chance.
Thank you.
You know, it's like what it's like. You know.
Make the best man win, bro.
No, man, I believe in, equality and all that stuff. But see, if it's going to be equality, then you're going to have to act equality. You know what I'm saying? You got to put your life on the line just like anybody else would. It's like when you see a male cop and a female cop go at it, and then the female cop is getting, overtaken, beaten up. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like I say that, you have to, that's a job where you have to be on point at all time, and
bro, listen,
there can't be no DEI on you and I, on that
bro.
one.
You and I have done many shows overseas.
Yes,
we've done it for the Marines.
Yes,
we've done it from Army, Air Force, all over the world. Him and I, I don't think we've ever worked together overseas.
We never worked overseas together,
but we've been in the same countries.
Yeah, I've been to Egypt, Bahrain, Kuwait, Japan, Korea. Egypt.
Well, here it is, man. All the military guys that, especially not especially, because all respect to all the branches, man. But when I was in Japan, and you meet all these Marines, man, and you know this, bro. We're so divided here, but when you're out there and you see our military, it's all colors, bro.
Bro,
it's all colors. It's black, white, brown, and then they're all those motherfuckers are in shape.
Yeah.
And they're not saying, "Oh, we're gonna take you because you're white or because you're black or because you're brown or Asian." They're just motherfuckers that are fucking. They're dogs, bro. They're fucking.
And I want to say something because I always say this, man. I have so much respect for our military because you hear people talk about the military and things like that, but I have gone places to perform that I'm like, I don't want to stay no more than 2 days up in this motherfucker. And these kids, they're young kids. A lot of them, they're to defend us, man. And when I was in Bahrain, bro. When I was in Bahrain and Djibouti, Africa.
I was in Bahrain, by the way.
Yeah,
I was there.
It's 105 easy. Djibouti, Africa was 113 at night. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, and there's no lie, like at night, to the point where on the base, they got water spots all around bases so that when you're walking the base, at any time you can stop, and get water or whatever. And I'm like, so I got mad respect for our military. And I just want to say that for anybody that's been in the military or serving. Mad
respect. Yeah. Listen, man, I've always been, and my political views, I've always been down the middle. But because the country is so fucked up right now, bro.
Yeah, the country is
I think that crime, we've always had crime, but for whatever reason, man, I feel like people are more brazen to commit.
It's
I don't know. People can say that's the media, bro, but damn, there's a lot of fucking crime that's just fucking out of control.
Well,
and I'm an immigrant, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, listen. I remember when my mom was fixing our papers and we'd get in these lines in Mexico to come to America.
Yeah.
These long motherfucking lines, bro. I remember being dizzy because we didn't have money, bro. So I remember I'd be dizzy because they were long.
Right.
And bro, you get hungry, it's lunchtime. But nobody leaves the line because you lose your spot. Because you lose the spot.
Yeah.
Bro, they didn't rush the fucking border back then. So listen, and I've always been down the middle, but I'm leaning to the right a little bit right now. Like, all right, man. We gotta put a stop to some of this shit,
Yeah.
Like, look, I'm all for immigrants, but hey, you can't have a border, bro, where anybody or everybody walks through it.
Well,
because
look, first of all, you shouldn't. I mean, look. This is what I always tell people. Because people say, well, we got to be a country that accepts.
It's diverse.
But I always tell people this. Unless you travel the world, you don't understand. Because you can't go to these other countries. Americans can't just walk. When you travel, they give you you got to have your passport, and then when you get to those countries,
you get checked like 5 times,
and they'll ask you,
and we're performers,
and they'll ask you,
and they'll keep us. You ever been held up somewhere?
No,
like a foreign country because they really want to check out your paperwork.
And they when we went to I think it was Kuwait, it was like that. But they'll ask you, what are you here for? And they want to know what you're here for, and they're going to give you a slip because you said, well, I'm an entertainer, so that means it's a permit that they give you. It's a slip that they give you so that you can work. You know what I mean? And they'll tell you, don't lose this piece of paper. You know what I mean? Because you lose a piece of paper, you ain't working here, and you may not get out the country. So it's so hard for us to go to other countries, but we make it so much easier. And, say what you want. Like I said, I'm an American. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I love America. I'm not one of these dudes going to be hating on America because I've been to these other countries. I've seen people starving or... when I was in Jordan, you know what I mean? I'm like, God damn, I mean, I was like, all right, at least I can get back at this motherfucker. Because it was,
No.
So, I mean.
I agree, bro.
I remember when we went to El Paso, because remember we went there like 4 years ago, three years ago.
We
went to El Paso.
We did El Paso together.
Yeah, and it borders Mexico.
And we went, right? And it was so much fun. Like, the bars were packed. Yeah. Like, dude, I went out on a Sunday, bro, and all the bars, it was like fucking Saturday night still. Right. Like, everyone was still partying and drinking. And then he has a show, a couple months ago. And I was telling Angel about El Paso. I was like, bro, you got to come to El Paso, remember? Yeah. I was hyping it up. I was like, bro, like, they fucking party like crazy over there. Like it's so much fun, right? And then we go there, bro. Fucking Saturday night, it's a fucking ghost town.
It changed. And I think because of all the things, all the people that were coming in, I think the locals in El Paso were on edge, man. They were like...
You got to remember, the war, it was different, too, because when we went there, I did that joke where I go, I was talking about coming in El Paso. I said, oh man, it's cool. And then they said, yeah, but whatever you do, don't go to Juarez. You know what I mean? Because that's when they was finding heads in the sand. Remember they was.
Oh, brother, yeah. No, they still do that in Mexico, bro. You fuck around Mexico, It's you can get lost. You can get lost, and nobody will ever find you in Mexico, bro.
I ain't go 20 yards near the border.
But listen, man. Going back to the people that were taking care of the president. Listen, there's no way you can tell me in America that I don't care if the chicks are white, fat white chicks. I don't care if they're fat black chicks or fat Latinas. Ain't no way you should have people out of shape protecting the president, man. Look, I'm a comedian. I can be out of shape, drink, smoke. I don't give a fuck. I'm a comedian.
Right.
But if being a comedian, somehow it said, you have to be in shape.
It's like a fat cop. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I would be, I'd be in shape as a motherfucker if that was the rule. Like, you have to. There's no way. But we don't have to. I'm not fucking protecting the president. I know fucking that Trump is probably going, man, I bet when he sees the videos, right? Because one chick, she couldn't even know how to fucking holster her gun.
Remember that TV show he had, The Apprentice?
Yeah.
You're fired.
Yeah.
You're fired.
Yeah, he gonna fire him, bro. And then it's sad because that chick, a couple of those chicks, they're like hiding behind Trump.
Yeah.
You know? They're hiding behind the president. Yeah. I'm like, man, you're fucking bitch. You're supposed to be taking care of me.
Yeah.
So listen, this is nothing against women because I already know, bro. We're gonna get, when people troll me and shit, right, bro? I know there's gonna be fat chicks going, we can do the job too. No, you can't. You can't. All right, you can fucking make donuts. You could be a school teacher
or organize.
Let me tell you something.
But you're not going to take care of the president. You gotta run.
It's dudes that can't do it. Look what happened to Rick Ross up in Canada, where his bodyguard went against the one and then they got knocked out. Like I always tell people, if I ever get security, I'm gonna get me
an MMA fighter.
No, I'm gonna give me a 6 foot dude.
But he better know how to throw down though, bro.
That was a former fighter. I'm gonna get me, and Martin Lawrence, one of his boys that follows with him is Kenny Wack's brother, Larry. He's about 6'1".
Kenny who?
Kenny Wack. He used to be a fighter. He's one of Martin. He's the guy that used to play Karate Man on Martin's show. Well, his brother rose with Martin.
And he's a real dude. He knows his shit.
No, he can fight his ass off, and he's, if you saw him, he's like about 6'1", about 190, but. I need a guy that's gonna be able to throw that right hand.
Yeah.
And just clip you and get you up out of there.
Yeah, I know, but no disrespect to all the women out there. But there is no way. Okay, if I needed a bodyguard, ain't no way I would have a chick back me up. I'm sorry, man. I don't care. It has to be some dude who fucking badass, ex-Navy SEAL, knows how to fucking throw chingazos, knows fucking all this deadly shit. I'm not gonna have some chick that like, do I become Secret Service or do I work at Walgreens?
You know what's gonna happen now, right? You're gonna have a show and one of these chicks gonna jump on stage.
She gonna fucking punch me.
Hey, remember you said we couldn't fight?
Nah, fuck that, bro. Fuck that. You know how it is, bro. I could take on a fat chick. Mm-hmm. You know what that sucks? You know what's the sad part? If I get beat up by some fat chick, man, I'll be like, fuck, I should have had a buff dude backing me up.
Just hire her.
No, that's all I'm saying, man. Equality, women, I get it, but men, I feel just men are built different, man. As much as you want to have the same type of muscles that a man has, I know there's chicks out there right now that are like, I'll kick your ass, Willie, because you're in the gym every day and you're probably fucking way buffer than me. Well, I'm not talking about the fucking like 0.000001%. So if I am gonna have a chick fucking back me up, she better be buff as fuck and sound like this. Don't worry, Willie. You know what I mean? That's the kind of chick that I would have. That's the kind of chicks he should have had.
Right.
Yeah. But anyways, man, I'm leave it at that. With what's your vibe on those fat chicks backing up the president?
I just feel like you got in a position like that of importance, you got to have the best people for the job. And I'm not sure what like I said, you don't know what the regimen is of training, but we do know in America right now, we're trying to have inclusive with everybody.
Bro.
But no, hear me out.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's not, I'm not trying to be politically correct. They're trying to have inclusive with everybody. But at the same time, when you have an incident like that, and then the example is shown, see what I'm saying? Like, I can hire you at all times. Like, you want to be a cameraman? Okay, cool. But then when the pressure come on for you to do it, then I'm like, you're not prepared. Yeah. And that's what happened. And because I don't know if a lot of you guys ain't old enough to remember when Reagan got shot. I remember when he got shot, and man, they did a maneuver with Reagan. I'll never forget it. Where when he got shot and
they shoved him in the limo.
Yeah, but what they do is they hit him in the gut.
Okay.
So they kind of hit you in the gut that makes you bend over.
The own Secret Service hit him in the gut.
Yeah, but punch it. But it's like a shot where it'll cause you to bend over.
Like clothesline.
Right. Almost clothesline in the gut, so you automatically got to go down because. With Trump, I was looking at him. They were just
he was
stand his head with their hands up. Like they can shoot through your hand,
But his head, there's a picture where his head is above everybody, and he's going like with his fist up. I'm like, okay, I get it. It looks very patriotic, but that's not fucking smart. What if the guy had more shots?
Yeah,
that was a dumb. That whole fucking security team, man. You guys fucking bunch of dumb fucks. And I'm not a fucking a Republican.
No, but
I'm not a Democrat either.
No,
but
I'm an independent.
when I see stupid, I see stupid.
Yeah, it's. I just say that it was just a terrible look for the country, man.
We didn't look sharp.
No matter who you like, it was a terrible look for the country.
I think it pumped the country up.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not into politics either, but I was fired up. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. I was like, because after seeing Joe Biden for like 4 years, and he can't fucking put a sentence together.
Yeah, bro. Come on, listen, man. I think the left had gone way too left. Just go to San Francisco, man. Let's go to LA downtown. It's gone too fucking left, bro.
Yeah,
and listen, I always been one of those guys been in the middle, and like, okay, I agree with this, I disagree with that in the middle, but they're so fucking wacky left now, bro. That
but all you got to do is just see how California is ruined.
They just passed a law in California. They just passed a law where the Democrats say that the teacher doesn't have to tell you if he addresses your child in a pronoun, like what type of pronoun.
I got some feelings about, with the pronouns and all that stuff. I mean, man, we're living in a world that, and I have to say a world that people, it's a respect factor. No matter how you feel about it, it's a respect factor. But I think
it's ma'am.
But it's funny, man. I mean,
it's ma'am.
It's ma'am. It's me, he, she, her. It, were they. I don't know, man. But I do feel that. Now, this is what I do feel. When you send your kid to school, you're trusting that your child is being taught and educated
the way you want.
The way you want to. So yeah. I'm not gonna say. Let me put it this way. It's even harder for me. I think it's harder for you because you have kids.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I never had to worry about how I never had kids. So you know what I mean? Like worry how it was, but
I think it's a conspiracy, bro. I'm such a man. I always think people are up to something, and here's my take on that. The fact that they're fucking people so much in public schools, people who can are going to start putting their kids in private school because in private school, in private schools, homeschools as well.
Yeah.
But I say private schools because private schools are owned, by people who are venture capitalists who invest in these schools to get their money back.
Right.
So there's really, not a lot of money made out of public schools. So when you have these things like this, I believe there's always money behind it. All this bullshit, bro.
You know what, man?
At the end, it's always money, bro. So
you're not going. It's just it's unfortunate that you're not. Everyone's not going to be happy. It's going to be one way or the other. You know what I mean? And I think the same face. You kind of just, you got to raise your child, or you got to get your child the way that you want your child.
Okay, I'll give you a hypothetical, man. Let's say you had kids, and your kids were in elementary school. Would you be okay with them saying things to your kids that hasn't gone through you first?
No, I would not be okay.
Fuck
with it.
No, nobody would.
This is all bullshit. And I think that's true
Fuck
too.
you.
I think you have to. Because it's only right. I mean, even in life, you don't want nothing to go through someone that your family member without it being passed.
Yeah, it's common sense.
It's common sense.
I remember when I was in school, we had to get fucking letters signed to watch fucking PG movies.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
See, I think when we watched everything.
Yeah. You know what? And listen, I'm not. By the way, I know the left is gonna oh fuck, he's a right wing. I'm not a right winger, you dumb fucks. I'm a common sense guy. Some of let's just say some of you left.
Allegedly.
A lot of you left have gone too fucking left, and you're fucking whacked out, and that's why so many people are going right.
Yeah.
Because you lost your fucking common sense.
Well, you know what it is too. After a while, I think what's happening now is our generation. We're the ones that fucked it up. First of all.
What?
Let me tell you why.
Fuck out of here, Danny. I don't agree. I agree with you 0% on that shit, bro.
Let me tell you what I mean by that, though, man. Before you get the fuck whacked out, for instance, our parents beat us.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna go with the beat. Our parents beat us.
Right.
This is what I always say it on stage. I go, anybody over 50 years old who got a beating, you turned out pretty damn good, didn't you? And they gotta agree.
A lot of emotional scars.
No, but that's the bitch move right there. That's the move. We got beat and we wasn't looking at emotional scars. You had to look at what your parents were really trying to do it. But now, when you have kids, Or some people that got beaten, we go, well, my mom was tough on me, so I don't want it to be that tough for my son. Did you get beat? Man, I got beat.
All right.
I got beat bad.
When you said some of you people,
I called the cops one time, and they came, and then I told them to leave. I got scared. I was like, hold up, you motherfuckers, big. You really come up in here and do something about the beatings? Look what happens though. You get beaten, but then what happens? Most people go. It's like they say, well, I want my kids to have more than what I had, right?
Right.
But by doing that, you fucked your kid up. Because you made it so easy for him. You know, Fabian might expect a fucking Atari game or whatever, PlayStation or something. Sorry, Fabian. I ain't want to throw you up in there.
Hey, you did get a lot of good stuff, bro.
But you know what I'm saying? Bro, I'm joking with Fabian.
That was the arguments, Fabian's mom and I had, because she was very like, don't hurt the kid. No, you know what? Listen. I got to be respectful, because they did do a lot of stuff that a lot of moms wouldn't have let me do.
I was raised fucking different,
he was.
right?
He was.
No.
Yeah, he was. Bro. He was boxing, bro.
No, I'm not talking about this. No, hear me out. I'm not talking about the physical part. I'm talking about people. Like for instance, why would you give a fucking kid a phone? And the first thing people say is, well, something happened at school. Well, fuck it. Something happened at school. The goddamn school, the news is gonna let it be known. You're giving kids, you're setting your kids up for failure by giving them so much. Then they expect it. They've earned nothing. When we grew up, you had to earn everything, bro. I had to earn every fucking thing. And I got an allowance. I'm older than you. I got a $5 allowance at the end of the week, and that was it.
No, there's a little truth to that, bro. And I agree. And listen, and speaking of people that get things that don't deserve, all right?
What,
the home run derby.
National anthem.
They had this young lady who's apparently a big time country singer, and she whips ass. In the country world, or I think it's the country world. I think she was given the job, or she doesn't know how to sing a cappella, but but no, check this out, bro.
Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting.
Fuck.
What the hell?
Sorry, someone stepping on my nuts. You squeeze my nuts, I can sing like that.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
She look raggedy.
Damn.
The land of the free and the home.
Damn, bro. Kick me in the nuts, and I can sing just like that.
Let me tell you something. First of all, that's how you know it was a white crowd. If that was a black crowd, they were like, bitch, get off there. You can't sing. You sound like shit. You know they did the Carl Lewis. Remember that time when Carl Lewis sang the national anthem at the game? The ball players were laughing and everything.
Bro, look, homie. Because I started my comedy of black clubs, I know what you're saying.
She would have got past the first. They'd be like, boo.
I've always said, if you know there wasn't a roar from the audience, bro, I've always said people heckle you different. If you do bad at a white show, there's silence.
And
that hurts, bro.
Yeah.
Okay. Black audience, bro, they will tell you like, man, you ain't shit.
See,
right?
white clubs will be silent. Then when you finish, they be like, you tried, you good. Black clubs, they be like, yo, man.
Yeah. I've always said this. And Latinos, bro, how Latinos let you know you suck balls is they start talking with each other like, oh, man, who the fuck hired this bitch? Do you know what I mean? That's and then you start, but it loud, and you
First
feel
of all,
like
she should be ashamed to mess up our national anthem like that. That was terrible.
Okay, but so today, a day later, she checked herself into rehab because
she did.
Yeah, because apparently she was fucking
Well,
too
guess
drunk.
what? It was a day too damn late. She should have been in there yesterday.
But bro,
I could have did better than that.
But bro, don't a lot of the rock stars, a lot of the countries, like the ones that drink, don't they kick a lot of more ass when they drink?
Yeah,
am I right or wrong?
That's a poor excuse.
That's a poor excuse.
Yeah. You know what? What I think happened was, they didn't have those like J-Lo. They didn't have her. No,
but she can't sing, man. She was drunk. She
No.
was high.
All right, here's what I think. I think the pressure got to her because
It's
that's
huge.
the national anthem,
It's huge.
right? The Trump just got shot. She had the opportunity to fucking fire up the nation with that because you know everybody's watching.
Yeah.
It's America's pastime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So maybe she got too drunk to where maybe she
She
usually
sucked.
no.
You trying to be too nice. She was terrible.
No, she should fucking sign up for some singing lessons, not rehab. But
Or
I think maybe she usually doesn't drink that hard. And then she got too drunk because she was nervous.
Hey, you know, bro, I'll tell you something, man.
Go ahead.
I usually don't agree with Fabian, but yeah, possibly.
Let me tell you what happened with me in my career. When and most people, you gonna know what I'm talking about. When you start doing stand up, you're trying to find your voice and you're trying to find your image on stage. Would you agree, Willie? You know how you look.
It takes a while to find your
Right.
voice. It
So,
does.
When I started doing stand up, I used to smoke weed. Not a lot, but I would smoke weed every time.
But you didn't smoke. I never saw you smoke when you were crashing out with me, bro.
I never did. Every now and then, no one's ever smoked. I've never smoked weed with anybody.
You should have got me into that shit. I needed to chill the fuck out. Why the fuck didn't you fucking introduce me to weed then, bro?
So let me tell you what happened one time. So one time at the Comedy Act, I had smoked some weed
All right.
and went on stage and I killed it.
Oh.
I killed it.
Destroyed.
Packed, and I'm talking about the main show.
Oh yeah.
All right, well, how much weed did you
I had
smoke?
like smoked two, like one joint, but 2 or 3 hits. I was high. It didn't take much to get me.
All right.
So what happened was kind of what you just kind of alluded to here. I said, well, maybe before every show, I'll smoke some weed and be funny as hell. So the next show, packed house at the Comedy Act. I'm high as a rabbit. I get on stage, man, I stood there. I forgot all my shit. I was just looking at motherfuckers. I said, I can't do this shit. The true story, man.
Maybe.
And that's why I may have a drink every now and then,
but I
don't
think
do
that's
no
just.
drink.
I think.
I don't do that.
No,
no
I
more.
think you're just validating what Fabian said. Is that she just got
No, and I'm saying that's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
why it's no excuse. You can't do drugs or use that as your what they say
scapegoat.
a scapegoat or
Yeah.
your
Excuse.
your what's they say when
Your
you
vice? Or-
Yeah, you know when they say when you great fight, you drunk, you got your liquor. What they say something?
Liquid courage.
Yeah. You can't use that as your courage to do something. Wow. She was terrible. A game like that, and an incident like that, what the country was going through, she should have been on point.
Bro, I agree with you. I'm against any artist who drinks on stage, bro. I mean, what the hell is that about?
yeah, you are. Yeah.
Hey, brother, man, listen, Dan, man, you and I have been homies for long motherfucking time.
We have been.
Bro.
I'm just curious. Did you have hair back then?
I had hair. I got a picture, man. I had waves, motherfucker. Shit. Let me see if I can find a picture, man. I was a handsome dude, man. Yeah.
Hey, he didn't always look like fucking Hagler, bro.
No. You know what's funny though? But nobody ever saw me go bald. So let me tell you what happened with this story.
Hat.
When I came out to LA, I had hair. I had short hair, waves and shit. But I was only thinning right here. I never thin here. You know what I mean? So the way that I thinned, you still could shape it up and it looked cool.
Right.
Remember when I was dating the hairstylist, Tracy?
Yeah.
The one that I was engaged to?
You was in love.
So she was a hairstylist. So what happened was, when I was thinning, I said, well, let me see what I look like bald-headed. So I shaved my head. I said, okay, I look pretty good.
You have a nice bald head.
I got lucky.
That shit looked like a fucking. That looked like a milk dud.
Hey, I got a question. So when black guys go bald, is it called just balding or is it called alopecia?
No, ain't up here. That's that Will Smith shit. We ain't getting but
No, bro. There's some dudes that, bro, their head's bumpy.
Black men ain't never used that word until Jada started saying that shit.
No, bro.
So let me tell you the story.
I'm gonna give you props, bro. You got a nice milk done
I got lucky, man. So what happened was, so I was bald. So when I met Tracy, she said, because she was a hairstylist, right? Celebrity hairstylist. She said, I like men with hair. I said, all right, fuck it. So I let my hair grow back. So then when I was thin and she was the hairstylist, then, that's when you start using the spray paint. And, how the black guys had a little line. So I was doing that. So when her and I broke up and I was thinning, I just went back to bald. So no one ever saw me go bald.
Right.
They just assumed that I was cutting it bald. Because now if I let it grow now, I look like Sam Jackson in motherfucking Django. You know what I mean?
Hey, bro, let me ask you, man. We've been bros for a long time, man.
Yes.
How? And this is a question that sometimes I have comedian buddies of mine that are here. Like, I know why I got into comedy. I mean, right. I've told my fans many times, but how did you get into comedy, bro?
Well, Willie, that's a great question. I love to answer that question because I wasn't trying to be in the comedy. When I went to college, I have
You have two degrees, don't you?
I'm the first African American in the country to get an undergraduate degree in computer graphics, and I'm the first to get a master's in computer animation ever. I went to the first school that offered it as an undergraduate degree in the country, a small school in Iowa, in Davenport, Iowa, and then I was the first accepted at The Ohio State University's program.
See, bro, here's where we have, like, with issues with cultures, because if you're a Mexican dude, I'd be like, attaboy, but I can't say that. You know what I mean? I just gotta say, that's awesome, gentlemen.
Yeah, fuck you, Willie. You can say that. So, I wanted to always be a businessman. That was my what I wanted to do. Yeah. So at the time when I was in college, my last couple of years, I got back into boxing. And from 1987 through 1990, I won like 13 fights in a row, and I won 2 Golden Glove tournaments. So then I went from wanting to be a businessman to thinking I was going to be a professional fighter.
But you won Golden Gloves, right,
yes,
bro?
Yes, 1989.
You were the Golden Gloves champ, man, in Philly, right?
No, Columbus, Ohio.
Okay.
When I was in school.
Okay, did you do the Philly shell?
Nah, man.
You didn't?
Yeah.
But so your boxing style didn't come from Philly?
Yeah.
No, wasn't the Philly shell back then?
Back then we didn't call it the Philly shell.
Okay, it's the L, right? I know you guys do an L. You guys do an L.
No, it wasn't that. It was just you kept your hands high.
Oh, okay, no, here it is. Here's the Philly shell, I think, right? I think it comes one lowers here, come here, and this covers this side. This covers this chin.
Now I know why you took up martial arts. Boxing
wasn't that it? Wasn't that it, bro?
I don't know what the hell that was right there.
Man, fuck you, bro. I thought I had the Philly shell, bro. Like this here and then this here. Like I thought that was it, bro.
So anyway,
all right.
This motherfucker here. Let's get back to my story. So what happened was, sorry about that, Willie.
Don't worry, brother.
So I got invited. I won to go to gloves, and then I lost to go to the Nationals. One fight. I was one fight away from going to the Nationals.
Okay.
So I got invited to Sugar Ray Leonard's gym down in Palmer Park, Maryland, and they were looking at me, possibly trying to sign me under Pepe Guerrero and them, right? But they told me they couldn't look at me. They liked me after 2 days. They said, we like him, but we can't do nothing because Ray Leonard's about to come in for his last fight with Terry Norris. So I wound up going back to Ohio State. I finished my thesis. And then I said, well, you know what, man? I knew I didn't want to live and eat. To be a pro and to be at the top of your game, you got to live, eat, and drink it. You know, with your son's playing sports and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so I didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
So I got back into wanting to do animation. So what happened was I started a business with this white guy named Joe Daniels out of Columbus, Ohio, called Black Box Computer Graphics.
Okay.
In that time, while I was in college, people used to always say I was funny. So one day, one of my buddies, Joey D. Williams, we used to go to this not comedy club. We used to go to this club after every Friday after class at Ohio State.
All right.
So he goes, he came in late one time, and he goes, Dannon. He said, yo, Dannon, man. He said, man, me and Tasha went to this comedy club, man. He said, bro, you funnier than them dudes, man. You should be a comedian. And I said, man, I blew the shit off. Like, man, fuck about it. I want to be, I wasn't trying to be no comic. I was trying to be a businessman.
Right.
A businessman. So I graduated from Ohio State, December of 1990, and I'm driving down the street like in January, and I see on the big marquee it go open mic night, and I said, because now I'm job hunting. I'm sending out resumes around the country trying to get a job in animation, and a lot of them I was sending out to California. So I go, you know what, man? Everybody keeps saying you funny, and I always love entertainment. You know what I mean?
Right.
I said, why don't you go try it? So I wrote. I came up with like 4 jokes, like little story bits, and I went on stage. Now the crazy thing about it was one of those bars that you put your name in the hat.
Oh yeah, bro, they're all like that when it first started.
Right, when you first start. So it was 16 comics there that night, but they were only going to take 8.
Yeah.
And my name got drawn.
Oh shit.
And I always wonder if my name did get drawn that night, would I have ever came back? So anyway, my name got drawn that night, and out of 8 comics, I got second place in the comedy competition. And I started in White Club, so I never cursed. I just did, some bits.
Yeah.
And they kept saying, man, who are you? Man, you funny as hell. So I go to Ohio State. Man, you a funny dude, blah, blah. So I said, oh, fuck. I said, so they had this competition. This is where it turned. They had this competition in Columbus called The Funniest Person in Ohio. And whoever would win it would get to tour all the southern part of Ohio. Dayton, Cincinnati, places like that.
Yeah.
It was a 6-week competition.
You won that motherfucker.
I won the motherfucker.
God damn.
And you want to know why I won it though, Willie? These white women were there at the bar, true story, and they go, cause each week you had to get picked, to advance.
Right.
And they go, the white ladies told us, they said, you want to know why everybody kept picking you each week? And I was like, no, why? They said, because each week you came back with new material. So I had a different story, like story bits every week. And I was like, wow. And then, true story, I'm at the Columbus Funny Bone, hanging out. Rich Scheidner is the headliner for the week.
Okay.
You remember Rich Scheidner, white comedian. He played in the movie Roxanne with Steve Martin. He was the dude that got beat up with the tennis racket. Old school movie, so if young folks ain't gonna really know. But anyway,
old school because I remember that movie.
Yeah. Well, you remember Roxanne with Steve Martin though, don't you?
No.
That's when he had the big nose. Oh, bro, you gotta go back see it. It's it's a classic.
Was that with Charlie Chaplin?
No, ain't that a bitch? Nah, they had sound, motherfucker. So, this motherfucker here, all of it. Now, so he want to be funny. Do that shit on stage. So, true story, and you're gonna understand this part here. So, the whole week, I'm just sitting there talking to him, man, and I'm just soaking in information from him. You know what I mean? Just asking him about it. So. That Sunday, he was going to let me open up for him, but he didn't because I guess the show got started late, and he said, I can't let you open up. He said to me, he said, how old are you? I never forget. He said, how old are you? I said, I'm 26. He goes, you need to move to L.A.
Holy shit.
And I said, why you say that? And I'm saying this story because I think any young comic needs to hear this. Any young entertainer today needs to hear this. He said, you seem mature enough not to get caught up in the lights.
Yeah, it's easy, bro.
I never forgot that. And he said, I'm going to tell you what you do. He said, when you move to L.A., he said, people are going to give you their business card. He said, you call them twice. He said, if people don't respond, you just keep moving. And I never forgot it. And
bro.
2 years later, I moved to L.A., and that's how my career got started.
Wow, man. Bro, we've been homies for a long motherfucking time, bro. And I appreciate you, bro.
Nah, Willie, man, I want to say for your fan base, man, that, I watched you grow. It's funny I can say this, that, I knew you before you had your kids, before you was married, man. I watched you grow as a person, bro. And
I had a lot of issues, bro. I had a lot of issues,
but I'm
man.
proud of you, man, because you didn't let the outside noise stop you from doing what you had to do.
Yeah, well,
and that's important.
I'll simplify it, bro. Once I had children, a comedy was important.
Yes,
but it really was in second place.
Right.
It was raising children. And
because you didn't have your kids when you was doing the radio show, did you? Remember the one episode?
Yeah, they were little.
Oh, they were little. Yeah, because I remember you had that. Yeah,
they were little fuckers, man. But I was still like, yeah. It's about feeding and raising a family, man. But,
this is a tough. People think it's all fun and games with us, and even when we're on the road, oh man, you guys are no man. People don't understand the build up before the show.
Yeah.
That's true. After the show, you relax. You're like, fuck, all right, let's go have some beers. Let's cheer. You know what I mean? But people don't understand what we have to go through. And then if you're there for the weekend, you got to reset yourself.
Yeah.
So you party that Friday night and you go, okay, I got to reset, rest all day Saturday so I can be ready for Saturday night. So it's a grind. It's a grind.
Yeah,
man,
but you know what I call it? It's a labor of love, bro.
You know why? Because I bet you this, and I bet you, and I can ask you this, and I bet you, and I know your answer. You're never mad to go to work.
No, I love doing what I do.
And think of how many people are. They get up in the morning and they don't want to go there, bro.
No, well, and for those of us who are blessed enough, you know, I'm not a religious guy, but you know, I'm very grateful, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, listen, this is my brother, man, from another mother.
I appreciate you, man.
Hey, bro, any last words? Anything you want to say?
Man, I just, man, it's good to be able to speak to Willie's fan base, man.
You want to plug anything, bro?
Yeah, I do. I actually have a big show coming up August 9th at the Ice House in Pasadena, California. Right here. So I'm not sure if you guys can see this, but it's a big show.
We'll put it up. We'll put it up.
Yeah, we got Louis Dix,
we'll
Chico Wills.
I love Louis Dix, man.
Yeah.
He's one of the first HBO specials I've seen with Louis Dix.
Kevin Tate, Larry Lala, and Dante Chang are going to be on that show.
I know Larry Lala from Comedy Act Theater.
Yeah.
And Louis Dix. I know Louis Dix from the Comedy Act Theater.
And then I have a big show coming up October 25th at the Comedy Club in Bellflowers. And I'm going to ask a good friend of mine if he's in town, if he would come down and do a set.
Who's that? Me?
Yeah, you.
Am I in town? If I'm in town, we'll cruise by, man.
All right. I would love for you to do it, bro.
Thank you for inviting me, bro.
Because Willie, you've always hired me, put me on good shows. You know what I'm saying? And
love
you
right
took care
back,
of me
bro.
right, bro. So it's all
love
good.
Right back.
But no, I really want to thank everybody. You can follow me at Dannon Green 66 on Instagram. And then Facebook, Dannon Green, and I don't tweet. I always tell people I don't tweet because I'll get fired. I'll get canceled if I tweet. I don't write fast enough. But I appreciate you guys, man.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you for having me, Willie.
I mad love, bro.
Yeah, mad love, brother.
For us, man, my people, I love you. Follow me on my social media, and Fabian, let them know. But first of all, let me just say this. My first ever party promotion, because I'm tired of going to nightclubs where I hear this music that I don't enjoy, man. I love freestyle, man. Don't make me sing danger, danger. Don't make me sing that, all right? Hey, I love Expose.
Please,
Stevie,
don't make him sing.
Stevie P.
Go to the show.
Lisa and the Coat Jab. Hey, Color Me Bad. Don't hate, motherfuckers. And I'm gonna have a party this Saturday at Cities, and Fabian is gonna give him all my information, and also where I'm going to be headed. I'm going to be in Kansas in 2 weeks at Kansas City Comedy Club, right, bro?
Yeah,
let them know.
All right, this Saturday at East LA, the doors open at 7 p.m. for the dance party. And then July 25th, we're going to be in Kansas City, Missouri at the Comedy Club of Kansas City from July 25th through July 27th. And then August 1st at the Glendale Stir Crazy Comedy Club in Arizona. So that's a one-day show, 7 p.m. And then Casa Grande, Arizona, August 3rd at 7 p.m. So get your tickets on williebarcenter.com. Dannon Green, say what's up.
Appreciate you guys, man. Hey, follow my man Willie. Mad love to his son Fabian, his partner here. I appreciate you guys, man. And just remember, man, you go for your dreams, man. Don't ever let nobody stop you.
Dream, baby, dream.
My man.
All right, people, man. Mad love. Thank you for hanging out. You know, with me and my friends, with Dannon Green, man. An amazing guest.
Thank you,
and
bro.
my homie, Fabian. Who are you, bro? Fabian, what's your last name?
Chavez.
Okay. and a man behind the scenes, man, that carries a lot of our weight is Angel Ladma right there, bro. He's a big part of our crew. Love to the two guys that aren't here, DJ and Johnny Benitez, who are part of our crew, who hold us together. You guys, mad love, and thank you for hanging out again, man. See you guys soon. Pooyah.